Hi there, this is Karen Dewey. If you haven't been to my channel before, I am a newbie at brain retraining. And I've been retraining for about 6 weeks and I'm learning lots of things. And I have a long way to go, but I am doing this because I just want to share my journey and encourage other people who might be going through similar things. So today I wanted to talk about the importance of patience while we are retraining our brains. I have a feeling that I'm not the only person who is working on brain retraining who is not very patient. I tend to be a very impatient person. I like things fast. I like things easy. and I'm not super patient with myself. For example, many years ago, my husband tried to teach me how to play the guitar. And he thought I was doing really well. I did not agree with him. He saw that I was able to mimic what he was showing me, and it appeared that it was clicking in my brain because I could copy him in the moment or, do simple things. But for me, it felt like my brain wasn't quite getting it put into long-term memory. I could do it, and it appeared that I was getting it, but I really wasn't. Unfortunately, I was not willing to wait and be patient with myself as my brain picked it up and created some good neural pathways that involved playing the guitar. And I gave up too soon. So all these years later, when my husband tells people that he tried to teach me to play, he'll tell them I was doing such a great job and stuff, and I would say, I know you think that, but my brain wasn't getting it. So I'm kind of relating that now to brain retraining, like we're doing for our health issues and things like that. How the brain needs time. It needs lots of repetition before it's going to actually form new neural pathways. So in the example with the guitar, probably my brain was starting to form them because I was remembering some of it and I could do some things, but they weren't strong enough yet that that I could really play. And because of my impatience, I never learned to play the guitar. In fact, I just sold it. And this was 20 years ago. I probably would have been a pretty good guitar player by now if I would have stuck with it, which I'd love to play the guitar because I love to sing. But I didn't. I gave up because that's been a pattern for me. Try something, and if it's not easy and quick, quit. Another example I wanted to give because it just happened yesterday. So I had to go to a dermatologist, and I had a suspicion that I had several spots on my face, which turned out to be correct. And I had 3 spots burned off, frozen off, or whatever you want to say. One here, one here. Close your eyes if you get grossed out, but I have one there. The reason it made me think to do this video is because thinking about how training the brain works and creating neural pathways, whether bad or good, takes repetition and time. So with the negative loops that we have from the past, through repetition of avoidance behaviors and fear-based behaviors, we've created these not healthy neural pathways in our brains. And now we're trying to create good ones so that we can be well and happy and joyful. So I noticed yesterday, after I had this done, they were burning really bad for a couple of hours. And then the burning went away. So I'm sure my brain during the procedure was like, oh my goodness, what the heck is she doing to your face? 'Cause it hurts. And my nervous system was like, Well, once the pain subsided yesterday, I kept finding myself rubbing my nose and go, forgot about that. And then at one point, this bigger, more painful one on my forehead, I was like, I rubbed, like I had an itch or something. And I rubbed it and I was like, you shouldn't be doing that. But it occurred to me that my limbic system, my nervous system that's designed to protect me, it hasn't quite caught on yet that I shouldn't touch those. So there's probably a little neural pathway that's started there, like, warning, warning, pain on nose and forehead, avoid that area. But they're not strong enough yet because they haven't been reinforced enough to automatically alert me, don't scratch your forehead or your nose right now. So I just found that really interesting because retraining the brain, whether it's, our brains, how they work in the negative way or in the positive, it takes time and it takes repetition. So we just have to be patient. It's so important that we're patient. This is not a quick fix. People are so used to just taking a pill or doing something that's going to be a quick fix. I think most people tend to be impatient. This is not a quick fix, but it's such an important thing that we can do for ourselves to completely change our lives. Like, how amazing is that? If you're like me, you've gone many, many years feeling like crap, feeling lousy, with lots of restrictions, lots of avoidance behaviors that have stolen your joy. And some of us, we haven't been able to eat what we want, go where we want, do what we want because of this impairment. But then to discover it's something that's fixable, and that all these years that we've been just working on the symptoms and going to doctor after doctor and trying protocols and all of that, which none of it worked. And now we discover it's actually our brains and we can fix it. Some days I get really discouraged and I feel like I'm not doing this right, I'm not seeing as much progress as I want to see or whatever. Well, it's only been 6 weeks. My brain's been messed up for 57 years to one degree or another. So it's not going to change overnight. It takes time, effort, and patience. We need to be patient. I need to be patient. But I really think it's going to be worth it. We're going to get our lives back. We're going to be able to live our lives joyfully without the restrictions and be engaged in life again. How awesome is that? Even if we have to do this for 6 months or a year, still, it's a drop in the bucket to get your life back, right? Because sometimes when I feel like, oh my gosh, like, am I even doing it right? Or should I be doing it? I'm like, well, you know what? 6 months is going to go by in my life, regardless of whether I do this or not. Wouldn't I rather work on this for 6 months with the potential of having a changed life than not do it for the 6 months and not change my life? I rather take that hour a day and do it, catch those pops, learn how to retrain my brain, learn how to think differently, act differently, put that time and effort in with the hope of an amazing life change. I'm willing to do it. And I do feel a difference, mostly in my mood, in my state of mind. I do feel much happier and more hopeful. So it's doing something. And I look forward to the day and am excited for the day that I really feel the shift where I am the person that I want to be and that I know I am. And I can go out to eat. I can eat in a restaurant. I can eat at people's houses. I can be in environments where there's smells and not be all freaked out. And my nervous system can calm down. And I can feel amazing and enjoy life. And I know that's what you want too. So if you're feeling discouraged, don't give up. You're worth it. So be patient. And I'm going to try to be patient too. Thank you for watching and have a great day. God bless.